John Clark, and I am here today to read through Genesis 8. Please bear with me. I had a minor oral surgery a couple days ago, so just bear with me as I get through Genesis chapter 8 today. Starting in verse 1, But God remembered Noah and all the wild birds and the livestock that were with him in the ark, and he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Now the springs of the deep and the floodgates of heaven had been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water has gone down. And on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month. And on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark, and he sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to perch because there was water over all the surface of the earth. So he returned to Noah in the ark. He reached out his hand and took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days and sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in his beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. By the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day, the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds and the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground, so that they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in the number on it. So Noah came out, together with his sons and his wife, and his sons' wives. All the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground and all the birds, everything that moves on land came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood. And never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease. It's a wonderful picture, Noah coming out of the ark after being in the ark for over a year. And I look at the first thing he did when he came out of the ark, and it was to build the altar to the Lord and sacrifice offerings on the Lord. And then God reset the seasons on the earth. I was watching a documentary about Noah, and it showed the earth formations through the Grand Canyon, and very interesting. This was a massive event, water blowing through the ground, torrential downpours that really did a lot of resurfacing of our earth from back then. And it's interesting to see how there's a lot of people that will say that the earth has taken millions of years to get to the spot where it's at, but when you look at the evidence laid out in front of us, it is not unusual to come to the conclusion that this earth isn't that old, and that the way that things were put together after that flood, or during that flood, it was a massive event that happened on the whole earth. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave your comments below, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. And I appreciate the time you've taken. Sorry that I'm not talking the way I normally do, but we'll get back at that next chapter. Thank you and have a great day.